So people, I don't know how long this video is going to work. I don't even know if it's going to upload. For the most part, my videos don't upload unless they're nonsensical or stupid or they get cut off. I've noticed over the last few months they've been systematically going through my videos and pulling those that made most sense. Recently they pulled a video called "To Kill the Man You Must Die." They killed part 1 sometime last year and now they're going after part 2. The point of the matter is those videos back in the days meant a lot more to me than these videos nowadays. Those videos are the videos that made the name the name. Because when you tell the truth about the society you live in, some people can understand it, some people can handle it, and some people can't even deal with the truth at all. And in those videos that I did back in the day, they were mostly truthful about the situation that's going around. People getting killed by the police, and you know, the everyday today things that we were going through. So they're systematically popping those videos and deleting them. So it is what it is. You can't find them, then they're gone. But I hear that once you put something on the internet, it never goes away. So any video I've ever done, they're out there somewhere. You just gotta find it. So that brings us to what will I be doing, or what am I gonna do? Am I gonna retire? Is it over with? Because it pretty much is. It's pretty much done. This whole thing is done. You know that. I know it. So the thing is, either I start breaking out all the special effects and the editing team, or I'm finished. As you see, I'm doing these video camera things, and my hair looking kind of frosty, isn't it? So look, I showed you the new studio. I think in the last video I did, I was trying to show you some of the studio. A couple of weeks ago, I tried to touch on a Zimdog case, and you see, after I start talking about Zimmer and everything, my IP address falls out. It drops out. Whenever I talk about, something that's going on nationally, my computer shits. The only reason I'm talking to you through this computer right now is because I'm using a different, what's the word, different internet, not internet provider, different, it's not Google, not Firefox. I'm using a different, I forget what it's fucking called. So I'm using something different, and pretty soon I'll get X'd out of this, or the video just stop. I've only been talking for 2 minutes and 48 seconds anyway, so it is what it is. Do I believe I am marked, or my IP address is getting blocked from uploading videos? Yeah, it's because a lot of my videos, while I'm uploading the video, the whole damn internet will freeze. Just recently we had AT&T out to look at the internet, and the guy went through it, and he said he fixed everything that was wrong with it. Last night I tried to talk on the Zimmerman case again, and my computer completely died. The internet was out for hours. So recently I'm like, well, hell, I'll call the Nancy Grace show. Blocked, can't get in. So it is what it is. So if this works right here today, then tomorrow I'll switch again. And plus another thing, I'm also using a different computer. My computers, I don't know if it's been tagged or whatever, flagged, tagged, bagged, or whatever. My computers won't allow me to do videos like this. I can only hook up, a camera and edit the video. And once it's edited, then I can take the 6 to 8 hours or more to upload it, and then hopefully by then, the rest of the world would not have scooped me. It's like the San Francisco airplane crash. Why would I even try to put forth a video? And just the other day we were in San Francisco, and that video I have to edit. It's killing my computer right now, just sitting in there waiting. So I have AIX in San Francisco coming up. I'll take you I will take you on a tour through the famous San Francisco Wax Museum, and I'll also take you through a video collage of the aquarium on Pier 39, and you'll see some pictures and everything infused. The whole San Francisco trip will be a trip. And we know we got some of the America's Cup. I think I said trials on the video, but it was actually practice. I want you to know that, because that way, because the trials are going on right now. I could put the video out now and it would fit and nobody would even know, but I'm not like that. Told you what was wrong, now you know the truth. So I do have a theory on the Trayvon Martin case, and Zimmerman is telling the truth. Wait, listen to me. Now this is the deal. This is what I believe happened. Trayvon Martin was tired of playing a video game. He decided to go smoke. You cannot smoke at the house. You cannot smoke in front of a young dude, because that's not right. And then based on the way those apartments were made, you can't just go out in the backyard and smoke or sit in front of the house and smoke. So when smoking marijuana in a state that's not legal, and you got to be discreet. So even though it was raining, the young man decided to walk to the store. And you can see on the video of him inside the 7-Eleven, he goes back and picks something up off the ground. What did he pick off the ground? Well, in my deduction, I believe he had dropped his blunt or his joint or his smoke in the store. He picked it up. Why would it take so long to walk from the store to the house? Well, he was smoking. You can't smoke at home. You're walking through the wind. Hopefully the wind will knock some of the smoke smell off your clothes or whatever. He was trying to be respectful of not smoking around the house or in the house or around the little 12-year-old that was in the house. I assume. I don't know. I wasn't there. So I also assume that Zimmerman may have seen him smoking before he even got to 7-Eleven, or before he even, got home from that stretch between there and 7-Eleven. How do you just go out to your car and get ready to leave and then turn around and follow somebody in your truck? He probably saw the little kid smoking and assumed the kid was up to no good. Smoking weed out in the rain. Oh, he's about to rob somebody. He's preparing himself to rob somebody. Meanwhile, the kid is smoking, talked to his little friend on the phone, and he noticed, okay, it's starting to pour down kind of hard, so let me go up under this thing here, like the mailboxes, and chill out. How come Zimmerman didn't think he was breaking in a mailbox? People still mail in California. Wouldn't you think that people would still mail in Florida? And one more thing. For those people out there who know about the Jackie Robinson story, where did most of that take place at anyway? Write it down on the bottom of the video, please. So, let me get back to my theory. So, now you notice someone's following you. And first of all, you've been smoking. It's like, oh my God, buzzkill. This man's messing up my buzz. Somebody following me. And then, first of all, you're thinking, damn, am I thinking this person is following me? And yeah, the person was following him. Because you can tell, he told the chick on the phone, this nigga's still following me. In other words, he probably didn't believe the guy was following him the first time. But when he said, this nigga's still following me, this crazy ass cracker following me. And first of all, let me finish my theory first, then I'll get back to the word cracker for people out there. This will be it, the last thing, my definitive word on the word cracker. It's done. So, now he thinks this guy's following him. So now, you're trying to... Oh, shit. I have to answer this. Man, what you hate when somebody call you and then they say, please hold? So look. So now, you're paranoid, you thinking somebody's chasing you, then somebody is chasing you, okay? You find out he is chasing you. So Zimmerman is seeing this guy doing sporadic stuff, so now he knows, it's confirmed in his head that this guy is doing something strange. So let's fast forward it. Let's rewind it a little bit to Zimmerman's telephone call as he baited the police. Listen to his telephone call and you'll hear him bait the police. He has something in his waistband, meaning he has a gun. Why would you tell somebody that somebody has a gun if you don't know if somebody has a gun or not? Why would you give the inference that someone else has a gun? Zimmerman didn't tell that he had a gun, did he? So, you got Zimmerman thinking now this guy is acting sporadic. This guy is acting weird. This guy is doing all this stuff. You know, and then he says, you know, pretty much, you know, all the stuff he said on the phone. The guy says, don't follow him. Well, he had already followed him with the truck for a long distance of time, longer than he told anybody the truth about. Then he got out the truck and followed the guy that was running from him. So meanwhile, you're paranoid, you're high, maybe your buzz is on. And for people who smoke weed do not get violent. Weed does not make you want to go violent. You know what I mean? Maybe somewhere in the Watutu tribe where they got them kids hyped up on alcohol, and then they bring in some weed and some opium and tell them to go raid this town or something. Way baby in Kinzutsu, Africa, some weird African place where, you know, some African warlord is making these little African kids get high off alcohol and marijuana and go crazy and kill people. But this is the United States of America. When people get high on anything, it's to cope. And when a child has to smoke weed to cope with society, let me get back to the case. So Zimmerman thinking this guy is doing all this sporadic stuff. Now the guy really is suspicious. One thing Zimmerman did not tell anybody is that he had a gun. First of all, how can you pick a fight with a gun? Now, Zimmerman knowing he had a gun, there should not have been any level of fear. You got a gun. You shouldn't be scared of anybody if you already got a gun. But, if you remember, Zimmerman told the authorities that the other person had a weapon in their waistband. Zimmerman baited the police. If you listen to Zimmerman's statements, he baited the police on the phone call. He already knew he had a gun. He already knew he was tired of people getting away with stuff in the neighborhood. So you're Trayvon Martin, you're hiding, you're all in the bushes somewhere. And they claim, oh, Wacky Taffy, you know, the guy, you know, Taffy or whatever, Daffy Duck or Taffy, whatever his name is, Taffy was saying that there was a Slim Jim in the bushes. Well, someone says it was a piece of an awning. Now, someone's chasing you, someone's following you, you don't have any weapons. What if Trayvon Martin reached up there and broke that piece of awning off and looked at it like, I can't protect myself with this, and threw it down? Zimmerman came, tackles him, because see, the point is this. You call the police, you tell the police everything is going on, you baited the police. You tell the police all this, you baiting the police. So let me tell you, so he's going to tackle this kid, and the police is going to catch him, and he's like, yeah, you caught a, you know, a kid vandalizing the neighborhood, or you caught some kid snooping around somebody's house. But this kid wasn't doing anything wrong, because if a criminal would have did something wrong and didn't live there, he just ran out of the neighborhood. He would have just kept going. He wouldn't have ran and tried to make it home. Another thing, for those people who say, well, how come he just didn't run home? Well, first of all, you're 16 years old, 17 years old. There's a 12-year-old at home. There's someone chasing you. The last thing you do is take somebody that's chasing you to where you're going to be. Run in the house, lock the door, and call the police? Well, how come he didn't call the police? He's a 17-year-old African-American kid. If he would have called the police would have came there and beat him. You don't understand this, because there's somebody else already called the cops too. So it's two people. The cop don't understand which person is calling the cops. So they beat up on the person that they think is the one that broke the law. So therefore, Trayvon would have got beat up by the cops anyway. So listen to the story as it unfolds. Let me clarify everything for you once and for all. Trayvon Martin is smoking his joint on the way to the store. Some dog sees it. Look at this punk smoking dope in here. I'm glad he's leaving. So, a few minutes later, Zimmerman gets ready to leave and sees the kid at the 7-Eleven. So he stops, turns around. Oh, he's going back into the neighborhood. Follows him back into the neighborhood. Meanwhile, the kid is on the phone. Hey, I think someone's following me. Get it? He got his Skittles. He got the Arizona iced tea. And he picked his blunt up off the floor that he dropped. Damn. This nigga's following me. So, Zimmerman follows him all the way back to the complex. Parks his car. Now he's paranoid. He runs. Zimmerman says on the phone, he's running. The guy says, which way did he run? That didn't mean go up and look and find out which way he ran. He gets out, looks to find out which way he ran. Now the guy verifies this guy really is following me, because now he got out of his car and now he's chasing me. In your mind, you're a kid. You have to defend yourself. So maybe he did hide. Maybe he did jump out. I told you folks at the beginning of this part of the video, Zimmerman told the truth. He did tell the truth. But he didn't tell that he baited the police. In his words, he baits the police. So now, there's the confrontation part. Because I don't believe Trayvon romped around the car. Zimmerman was trying to add that time together. He wasn't nowhere near that boy when the boy was supposed to have to walk around the car. He was still following him from great distance. So, you know, the fight ensues. Trayvon Martin was on the bottom at first, because Zimmerman is going to catch him and turn him over to the police. You know, that's what's going to happen. I caught a little punk. See? You get it? But instead, the little punk was scared to death. The kid was scared, high, and had to fight for his life. Because they said he had weed in his system. I'm just going to go along with it. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. The kid was fighting for his life. They were fighting. It was a mutual combat. And as soon as Zimmerman got on the bottom, he said, oh, help me. Oh, help me. Because it's true. He was winning. While you're winning, you don't have to scream for help. And when he was on top of the kid, he didn't scream for help. And when Trayvon Martin got on top of him, he had already heard the neighbor or something say, I'm calling the police. You get it? And that's when the neighbor saw the boy pushing him back down. Trayvon Martin was holding Zimmerman down for help to come. Get it? That man whistled his gun loose because he's pushing the man down. Of course, his head's going to hit the ground. Yeah, his head hit the ground. He's pushing him back down. Stay down, motherfucker. Stay down. Stay down. Pushing him down. The guy wiggled loose his arm, lifted his hand up, and shot the kid. The best laid plans unravel when the participants don't follow your script. In other words, Trayvon Martin was supposed to get rustled to the ground and held down. Now, that would be false imprisonment if that would have came out, that Trayvon Martin was held there by somebody who lived there and was not allowed to. Be like, you can't be in this neighborhood without checking in, without wearing a badge like a job. You know, it's like when you work for a big company, you have to wear a badge that says you're supposed to be on the property. So, if Trayvon Martin would not have died, that would have been false imprisonment on Mr. Zimmerman's behalf. But, instead, the gun comes out, he shoots the kid, like he told you. He stretched his arms out and put his hands behind his back, like a cop would do. He did the whole police thing with the little kid, and then he had to fix the body back like it was. He tampered with the body, for one. People are not saying anything about that. He did shoot the kid in self-defense, but he started a fight with ill intentions. The intention was to have somebody arrested or get someone busted. He's going to go to jail. The intention was to make an example of the little punks in the neighborhood. And it went wrong. And he killed somebody. Now, that's manslaughter. Was he racist? Doesn't matter if you're racist or not. Was he high? Doesn't matter. He had the right to be in the neighborhood. It was a gross misunderstanding in a racist part of America. It's a test for the moral fiber of America itself. We're not allowed these mistakes. The police make mistakes. Neighborhood watch is neighborhood watch. Not once did he say, when the police come, I'm armed, don't shoot me. I look Hispanic, don't shoot me. If Zimdog was in California, Zimdog would be going down for manslaughter. Man one or man this. Manslaughter was special, something special consequences. Because he was pissed off, he was fed up. Trayvon Martin fit the type of the kids in the neighborhood that was doing wrong. And he's going to catch him. He set out to catch somebody. He baited the police. Listen to the statements. He baited the police. And now let's get to the word cracker. Now, the word cracker was used way back in the 14s and 13s. You know what I'm saying? 1400s, 1300s. 1800s, 1700s, the word cracker was used. Cracker was a position. It was a job of an overseer to discipline the slaves. It was the position that now we would call police officer. Mall cop. A mall cop would be the closest thing to a cracker, because the mall owns the mall and they have their own police force, which is their security team, which will be crackers. They crack the whip on the authority. In other words, they are the might and the force of the mall. Those are the mall crackers. The police are the crackers of the county. The average white man walking around the street does not have the power to walk up and beat the shit out of somebody to the inch of their life and tell them to get back in line. The average white man who walks the street is not a cracker, nor will ever have the power of the word from me. Understand, when you call somebody the law, the police, the fuzz, a pig, a cracker is somebody who used to whip the slaves back into submission. To walk up to somebody and call him a cracker is to give him almighty power over your dumb ass. So I will never empower somebody by calling them a cracker. Black people don't call white people crackers. It don't work like that. Not in the West. We do not give up power such easily. As such, so easily. Sorry. And the word nigger. That means ignorant, dummy, fool, imbecile. Lack of knowledge. And someone ignorant to a situation is in a situation with no knowledge of the situation. Nika means king, ruler. Nika, that Nika. Nika. Come on, man. And one more thing. When we talk about magic, and a lot of people be like, magic, witchcraft, spells, demonology. What are you saying? The laws of physics bind us. Piece of paper floats in the air. Didn't get enough of it. There's some money. Floats in the air. Now, you got a penny or a coin. See the coin? To anybody, I'm going to throw it right in front of the camera. See the coin? Don't float in the air. It's the law of gravity. Now, words that bind you. A word can bind you. What is that? You have the right to remain silent. That means shut up. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Words bind us. So what does words have to do with magic? Back in the day, a witch would enchant. Oh, I can't even speak. A witch would recite an incantation or whatever of a spell. You say these words and something would happen. In the court of law, we are bound by words like magic was bound to the earth. Merlin could say something and something would appear, something would disappear. Or they could go do this and this was magic because people couldn't understand it. It's very magical that we as a people allow other people to put words in our mouths, for one. Two, we must be the dumbest creatures on the planet to allow other people's words to bind us. In other words, how can you not create the laws that bind you? How can you not create the rules that you have to abide by? And how come you do not enforce these rules upon every citizen? Why are these rules binding to some of the citizens but not all of the citizens? And see, when I speak like this, that makes them want to cut the video off. See what I'm saying? That makes them want to stop me from speaking. Because every single individual is bound by these laws. These laws are words. Words written in a language no one is taught, but they have to pay for the knowledge. Like the old pimps and hustlers used to say, the game is to be sold, not told. But when the game is not told, it morphs into something different. It gets twisted. The whole pimp game is twisted. The whole dope game is twisted. The whole law game is twisted. Because the words that bind us are not taught to us. Because the game is to be sold, not told. The best education is paid for. The best of the best always cost more. But what is the key? The key is to make it so no one can have this knowledge. How can no one have this knowledge but everyone has the knowledge? Simple. Make it so those who can afford the knowledge can live by the knowledge, can benefit from the knowledge. That's why the mega rich don't go to jail. The super rich buy their way out. The rich skate on a thin line. And the famous, they work for the media wing of bullshit. So the media wing of bullshit is a group of people there for us to look at and believe this is our real example. This is how we're supposed to be. This we learn from the bullshit branch. This is how we're supposed to be human. We've been taught through movies and TV and radio and songs but the real knowledge. Because they give us all the other stuff for free. The real knowledge we have to pay for. We can't pay for it, but we can make sure our kids can get it if we become those writers of those magical incantations that bind us. If we write the laws that better our future, if we put forth a future that is free, so the knowledge can continue, so those can survive in the world based on laws. If we put law in schools, idiots wouldn't roam the streets. If you know what not to do, then you'll know how to do what you're supposed to do. If you know you're not supposed to do this, then you won't do it. But as long as you show people for free how to be stupid, how to party, how to get drunk, how to do this, how to do that, how to rape, maim, murder, and kill, if you keep teaching people how to do what we're not supposed to do, then what kind of society will we live in? If you don't understand what I'm saying, if you don't understand how everything is connected, how my perception of a Mexican, or my perception of a white person, or my perception of an Asian person will change things? What is your perception of these people, these races? What is your perception? And one more thing about feelings, people. Your feelings don't mean shit to me, because my feelings don't mean shit to you. So when you walk through life putting what you believe, what you feel above what other people believe and other people feel, you fail. I can't make you better than me and live my life and be happy, knowing that I am not as good as someone else who I put before me. Don't put nobody before you. Never believe someone is better than you. And never force people to believe that you're better than them, because that makes people hate you. Oh yeah, I can do this and I can do it. I got this and I don't give a shit what you got. I don't care what you got. I don't care how you got it. Don't care what you're gonna do with it. Just leave me the fuck alone. That's where we have a big problem. Gay people are getting married. I don't give a fuck if gay people want to get married. Let them get married, because they'll get divorced. More lawyers get paid. You can imagine if gay people only go to gay lawyers, straight lawyers would be pissed off then. All that money wasted. If gay people only went to gay caterers, if gay people only went to gay supermarkets and gay stores, let me tell you something, gay people, in order to get your power, do that. Get that. Do that. Control your own destiny, gay people. Do that. Go to gay shops. Go to gay stores. Use gay transportation. Don't use modern mainstream shit. Make your own world. Stay within your own bubble. Because you do that, you'll go further. Look what happens when other races let people in. Look what happened when the Indians let the English come over. What happens when the Africans allowed Christianity into Africa? Look what happened. Spain. Look what happened to the Aztecs. Look what happened to all these different cultures when they allowed some other influence to take over their way of thinking. See, when people have different modes of thought, that's better for everybody. But when everybody thinks the same, then everybody thinks the same. There's no difference in anyone's ideas. There's no new, fresh energy. You get it? If one people took care of their people until the point they can take care of another people, until that people can take care of their people, to the point they can take care of another people, till that people can take care of another people, to the point we're all taken care of, regardless of religion, race, color, creed. Whether I want to wear a hoodie. Damn props don't work when you want. Hold on. Wait a minute, one sec. Whether I want to wear a hoodie or not. See, well, I like this. Look what I look like. Like this. What I look like. So homeless. What's this? Grassy Lansky. I got 2 more Grassy Lanskys. Another one right there. Look it up. Homeless man with Grassy Lanskys all over the house. 13 of them, 14 of them total. What if I go to a store like this? What if I have holes in my pockets? If I have holes in my pockets and I stick my wallet like this? Well, if I'm walking around the store like this with my wallet right here, so it won't fall out. Well, if I'm walking like this, will somebody assume I've shoplifted? Would I be a thief if I had my wallet tucked in the front of my pants, in my jacket? What if would I be a criminal like that, walking through the store like that? It's perception. Perception based on judgment. Judgment based on memories. Memories based on media. Based on events. Memories based on what ifs. Memories based on fear. Memories based on stories that someone else told you. If you keep on showing one group of people in a bad light and people see you in another light, the most hypocritical thing that'll ever happen out of all this is those who get treated the best believe they're treated the worst will come out against those whom which they believe is the reason why they're treated the way they are, forsaking those who have been treating them that way in the first place. This has been 40 minutes. The Real AIX. Today we talked about the Trayvon Martin theory. Zimmerman told the truth, but he did not tell that he baited the police. We talked about racism and why we have racism. We talked about how we can fix racism through the judicial system by creating laws that even the playing field out from the top to the bottom financially. And we talked about a bunch of nonsense. But did we talk? Yes, we did. Did we come to any conclusions about anything? Yes, we did. We judge people based on what we think. We judge people based on what we think that we know. We base things on what we think that we've heard about people. Truth of the matter is, there's no such thing as a cracker. And a nigga's just a dumb man. There is a difference between black people and white people and po trash and niggers and blacks. The difference is that there are no differences. Same problems exist on both sides of the fence. The same people that give white people grief give black people grief. The problem with these people is, instead of them looking at mirrors at themselves, they're looking at images of other people. They're looking at people at their best moments. They're not looking at the truth, because they're looking at LeBron James and Lindsay Lohan. You understand what I'm saying? The man who jumps and shoots and calls someone his owner. The little girl who acted in the movies and now she's acting in life. We base our lives on what people tell us. We don't live our lives through our children. We live our lives through our television, through our shows. And we need to stop doing that. We need to start living our lives through the chasm which is reality. Instead of growing abnormal brains that only function when something electronic is turned on, we need to turn on something other than that. We need to turn on our imaginations. We need to turn on the thought process. We need to figure out how we can help each other, help one group of people make all the other groups better. Someone once told me the 12 feed the one. But what will the one do when the one gets the power? You can't devour the 12. That is where the mistake has been made. The power was given to the wrong one. And those who suffer will have their turn. But at what cost? That has been 41 minutes. I gotta go. See you folks later. Let me go ahead and hopefully they won't get me.